everybody, Kevin here with another Note Investor tip of the day. This one is on self-servicing notes versus using a professional servicing company. Look, there's some good software out there today. I'll be the first to admit it. There's some really good stuff that accounting-wise and everything else, tax forms you can do, and you can self-service notes. But please don't forget this. There are a number of states that require a license just to service mortgage loans if you're considered a business. If it's a one-off loan, something like that, you're probably fine. There's also a debt collector's license in certain states. So you got to be careful for that if a note goes bad and you're collecting a debt. So yeah, you might not get caught, everything might be fine, but if a note does go bad and you're starting to enforce any kind of laws, that's what they're going to look at. They're going to pick apart, were you doing this legally according to code and everything else, especially, for example, with a contract for deed. Highly likely if you were self-servicing in one of those states, not only could you face a penalty, but they're certainly going to make you go through foreclosure versus an eviction process. So it's going to cost you more money, time and effort. And I think at the end of the day, if you run the math and you go, all right, worst case scenario, I've got to take some legal action on this, you're going to lose all the money that you thought you were saving by going with the licensed and bonded company, because you are 100% responsible if you're just using a software program. If you outsource and you hire a licensed bonded servicing company, they are 100% responsible for following RESPA and all these other things that seller finance or not, you still have to abide by RESPA. So, and some other laws. So you make sure, you better know what you're doing if you're going to try to self-service. I know it's a little bit extra money when you're paying $30 to $40 per month, but I'll tell you what, in the long run of things, you're going to be better served in doing it that way because of those licensing type of issues here. So I'm skirting around the tents. They're setting up for the big art fest this weekend here in Winter Park. Huge art festival they have every year in the park here. So there's your Note Investor tip of the day.